Thank you for watching EVH Gear Discussion. Brought to you in part by VanHalenStore.com. Please be sure to subscribe.
Hey everyone, Eric Broadman here, host of EVH Gear Discussion, and we've got some exciting news for you. Thanks to popular demand and feedback from some of our fans of the show, we have created a podcast. We are now officially on iTunes, and you can listen to us wherever you go. Go to iTunes Store and search for EVH Gear Discussion, or if you want to find us even easier, just go to our website, evhgeardiscussion.com/iTunes. It'll jump you right there. If you would be so kind to give us a review and some feedback on the podcast, we'd love it. And we plan on bringing you some great audio content every week. We'll talk to you real soon. Cheers.
Hey, I'm Liquid Charlie, and you're watching EVH Gear Discussion with Eric Broadbent and Mark Kazansky.
Welcome to EVH Gear Discussion, the weekly EVH talk show officially recognized by the Van Halen News Desk, sponsored by VanHalenStore.com and our good friends at Simple Science and Graphics. How is everyone doing? Well, thank you for joining me on this Saturday morning edition, and I'm joined by a very, very good friend from across the other side of the world, from Italy, Mr. Attilio D'Agresti. Attilio, how you doing, buddy? I hope I got that right.
Hey. Very good, very good. Thank you very much.
We were just talking off the air. We were saying pronunciations are horrible, and I try here very, very hard on the show here to get pronunciations right, and it's hard sometimes. But we were talking about the Italian, language, and obviously a beautiful language, and we were just kind of making some jokes. So, I was saying, like, even with the company name D'Addario, I always say, what do I say, D'Addario? And tell us the pronunciations, and we're talking about Satriani and things like that.
Yes, I mean the problem is that from my Italian perspective, everything that it's related to guitars, in this case pickups or strings. Think about D'Addario, Di Marzio, and many other guitar players. Think about Joe Satriani, Steve Vai. So we always pronounce it the way it's written. So. And of course, you say Satriani or Satch or Steve Vai or DiMarzio or D'Addario, whatever.
And tell us how.
So we try to, we pronounce it the way it is. I mean, as it's written. So, by that way, thanks for having me. This is a real pleasure to be part of this community. So thanks a lot for having me.
Oh, honored. And it looks like some of your friends are joining actually over in the chat already. Some of the names you might recognize. At least one, Gabri Denani.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, I have them. Yes. We are all good friends. I mean, we have a lot of friends in this community. So maybe some students will pop up because I'm an English teacher, so on a high school level. So I'm having a lot of people who are joining, and this is very funny. So I mean, I appreciate the fact that some friends will be part of this for.
Oh, that's nice for sure. And Black Wolfgang 70 says Vai Attilio.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Vai means go, just
okay.
like my name is Attilio. So basically, it's
go
easy
Attilio?
to Vai to go Attilio go. It's very easy, just
okay.
like Forrest Gump. Go Forrest go.
And we've got that's Black Wolfgang 70, and we've also got Sinner joining us, saying, "Hey guys, Sinner's a regular on the show." Yeah.
Yes.
You probably have him as a friend, maybe. He's a really cool dude. Lives fairly close to me, about an hour and a half drive from me. So very, very cool. So we've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I have to apologize. This has just been very hard to coordinate, but it's something it's been very dear to me to want to do this. And it's so funny how I find, and I know you'll agree with this, the world is such a big, big place, and it was much bigger years ago before we could all connect like this. Now we're able to connect with social media, and now, with Skype, and we can bring the world so much closer together, and the show does that. All these shows, not just this show, anything online brings the community much smaller, and you and I kind of hooked up through Facebook, got to be friends. And then one day, you and I were doing a Skype call, not like the show, and discovered that you were showing me this new Wolfgang that you got. Do you have that one available?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's show that.
Yes.
Let's show that in a moment. Yeah. And Attilio was showing me the hang tag on this thing, and as soon as I saw the hang tag, I recognized something very neat, and we'll discuss that in a moment as soon as he comes back over. Cutter Savage, thank you for joining, and Gianluca Ferrari, fantastic, some more friends.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of former students. I recognize the name, so I say hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. So this is the Wolfie, the new one, a new baby in the family, all right?
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so you can see it's a hard rock maple top. I like as I told you, I really like the neck, but also the fingerboard. I really like maple top. So basically, I also like the neck, and as I told you, considering the fact that there are many, many, many guitars coming out from the Van Halen production with the ebony fingerboard,
right?
I really preferred this kind of guitar, so I really preferred in this way. And luckily, and thanks to you, I was able to get from the tag. You told me that we have a friend connected to this because, Sean
correct.
Silas, I think the
right
double
up at the
S.
top right, it says SS, Assembly by SS. That's Sean Silas.
Yes, so this is also a good way to get in touch also with Sean. Also, we got connected with Facebook, and we had this opportunity to get in touch. And as I told you, I was waiting for this guitar since 2009. And again, it's not easy to get these guitars. Now, even from the market, you can get from, on eBay or from particular stores. I got this from a New York, Brooklyn area store. And I was looking for this because, as we all know, basically, the latest models of the EVH Wolfgangs came out with the ebony fingerboard. Maybe because Ed was looking for this kind of color, but I would like to stick to the old, kind of, fretboard. I prefer it in the maple way. So, the good fingerboards with the quality. And let me tell you, it's an incredible guitar. The neck and the way you can, also the grip you can have through the neck, and also the pickups are very, very, very powerful, as also the bridge. Floyd Rose licensed double lock and tremolo. It's very powerful. And
it's a hot rod guitar. There's no doubt about that.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, this is the evolution of my first EVH guitar that I had. And as for any, by chance, I think I realized that you have probably the same guitar coming from the same period. I think, I don't know which year, from 96 or 97.
Yes.
So I think we have the same first EVH Wolfgang guitar, the first model that came out from 96 to 2004. So, and I still have it here. And it's the guitar you see on my video. So basically, it's a very, very wonderful instrument. And I'm very, very proud of this because if you think about to play an electric guitar and you like the way it sounds, the way it feels, especially when it's plugged into an amplifier, a good amplifier, it's far superior than anything else. And it's not like, as we know, you can see I'm dressed like on a Van Halen style, the 5150 t-shirt and the beanie. I can see that, but it's not like to play like Edward Van Halen. There's no intention in this.
No, but and your music, hearing your music too. Like I don't hear Van Halen in the music. I just hear good music. No. So if the guitar inspires you to play, that's all that matters.
Yes, exactly. And of course, we got all influenced by. We can say this: the tapping technique and the harmonics and the Floyd Rose and the dive bombs and everything.
All the tricks.
All the tricks we did and we discovered by Eddie. But in a certain way, it's the music that gives you an inspiration to go through this. And I got inspired many, many times. And but the fact that you are inspired doesn't mean that you have to play exactly on the same way.
No.
And as a matter of fact, that's what I did, and that's what I do. Of course, I produced just one track. I put out just this small song, and it's funny, it's entertaining. We are not talking about. It's not the Dark Side of the Moon or Starway to Heaven. I still have to. I still have to write something like that.
Oh, you know what? There'll never be another one of those. But the world doesn't need another one of those. The world needs new music. And you did a good job. Let me set this up a little bit, because I really, really love the song. And now the song that we're going to talk about, Attilio is otherwise known as Freddie with his project, with his music, and he was telling me for a long time this was coming out. And so I was excited about it, and I was really looking forward to the first release. And so he released a video the other day and posted it, and I've shared it on the EVH Gear Discussion Facebook page. And so it was sung in his native language of Italian, and so I don't understand not a single word, right? And that's okay, and that's a good thing, because sometimes you just tune in. I don't hear lyrics very often, right? Because I'm a guitar player through and through, and I don't even know the lyrics to some of the band songs I wrote. That's how bad it is. Now, so I just listened to melody and I listened to songwriting, and the song gave me goosebumps right away. I told you that. As soon as I heard the song, it was good. And I'm a video production guy, so whoever did your video was phenomenal. I love the sliders, I love the angles, I love the cinematography, I love the landscape, which was beautiful. Obviously, you're in a country of beauty, but the music was great. Hooks in the song lyrics, and then I said, I don't even know if I said to you, I don't know what it means, but then you sent me the English translation. And I texted Sandra. She was upstairs watching some shows upstairs. And I said, okay, I don't know what you're doing right now, but you got to stop. You got to hear, first of all, hear this video, and then I want you to read the lyrics after. And it was almost like tears in our eyes, because it was, I've lived this whole thing too, what the song's about. Absolutely amazing. So tell us a little bit about the recording of it, and so on and so forth.
Well, I mean, as I told you, the song was written, I mean, not a few years ago, not exactly. It wasn't written recently, but the intention was to record the song exactly the way I had in my head since the beginning. And it's thinking about the lyrics. It's a song about it's an invitation to live, to live every day, to follow your instinct, okay, and to find a way to live your life doing your best, okay, and maybe jump in if you have to take some risks, okay, follow some risk-taking process, and this is it. I mean, just living in the way as we live before time goes, because before time is up, okay, we need to do something to live and create something, and don't expect that something's going to happen from just go out and get what you want, okay. Go out, and you want something, want to do something, go out and get it. I think the message is pretty simple, and I understand that it can be criticized for many reasons, because maybe the text it's too simple. But the music, everything starts from the music. So as you said before, I start from the music. And honestly, just giving my Italian perspective, if you ask me why I listen to Van Halen, just to give an example, it's for the music. I never paid too much attention to the words. I mean, I'm not the kind of, following the text, the message, what's behind this, what's behind that. I mean, I listen to the music. And as far as the music is good, I like the song. Now, of course, maybe we can come up with good examples. If you think about, just give an example, Finish What You Started from Van Halen, 1998. I mean, it's an easy song. It's good. If you listen to Judgment Day, which is one of my favorite rock songs ever, it's a good song. I mean, it goosebumps. Okay, it's incredibly powerful, energetic. So also Pound Cake, which is pretty recent. But if you go back to the Eruption period or Mean Street or to, I mean, just even Fools for the intro, it's something that you can feel it or you cannot feel it. So if you feel it, if it, it's something that punches you in the chest. Okay, boom, it gives you this intensity. That's Adrenaline. It. I mean, yes, and that's what I consider like music. I mean, I never paid too much attention to the importance of the lyrics. Many people do this, and hey, no problem. I mean, I respect, and I also like some songs, but it's the music.
Yep.
It's the music. It's the music that comes first. And even if the riff maybe can be easy to listen, the riff in this song and the riff from the other songs you will hear, I hope you will hear in the future, and are always riffs created by this idea that if you put together 3-4 power chords in a way that can give you some emotion, I think that's the magic within the music.
I agree.
So you don't need, I'm not too, I mean, I never had any exactly, I mean, I have some friends who are very professional musicians, and into this record I have 2 incredible musicians. I mean, the drummer is Alfredo Golino. He is probably one of the finest drummers in Europe, I would say in the world, because he played, as I forward you the videos, he played also with Tina Turner. He played with the greatest Italian musicians, and he's still one of the best live performance and studio performance players ever. But also Marco Taffelli, also he played the guitar and the bass in this song. So the recording process was pretty easy, okay? It wasn't too difficult, okay? The idea was exactly the way I wanted, but that was the music, and it was recorded very, very quickly. I mean, when I say quickly, put it in this way, it took me about 2 months, okay, to do the whole thing. And it was incredibly powerful. As soon as we tried to put this together, it was incredible. So this is what we have now. We have a fine song, tiny because it's about 2 minutes and 45 seconds, so it's not that long. But I think that the power and the energy, it's there, and this is it. I mean, I hope it lasts forever.
I love it. I'm really impressed. You've got a CD there. Maybe you can lift it up and show our. Yeah, I'm going to put it on full screen here for you.
Yeah, this is exactly the CD, and as you can see, I mean, I don't know if maybe you have some.
There you go. You got it.
Okay, and I made the video, and the picture were made by a friend of mine, Fabio Sozza, which is also in the credits over here, and you are also in the credits because, as you can see here, I don't know if I can be close enough to. Okay, thanks to.
Oh, I do see it.
You can see this.
I love it. I did see my name. That's awesome. I'm sold. I got goosebumps again. Thank you, buddy. That's awesome.
Yeah, no. It's thank you, because it's about friendship. It's not about the way we want to do anything for It's not music business. This is just making music for the purpose of being happy and satisfied with what we do.
Sharing a talent that God gave us.
Yes. It's just this opportunity and nothing more than this. I mean, as I told you, I produced the stuff. I produced it. I did everything, and I tried to. It was made based on, let's say, we went a little bit, tried to look at the economical stuff. But we don't have any big production here. I mean, the production was 100% top-notch quality in the studio. I can guarantee you that, because as I told you, I did this. I recorded with. Alfredo Golino and Marco Taffelli. We mastered this at Macwave Studios, which is one of the finest studios we have in the northern Italy. Many, many big productions have been made there. So I can tell you the quality is superb. So I couldn't ask for more. So
no, I think you did very well, and I think you here's a nice thing you did about that. Number one, the production of the audio of the music itself, the core product was phenomenal, and then when you did the video for it as well too. And now I catch things like that, and as you know, watching this show, I try to focus on audio and video. And if you notice today, we're doing a different technique that Mark and I do sometimes. When we do our show with multiple guests, like 4 or 5 guests, we do a different technique. So today is a different style that we focus on video and audio. When I saw the video, I was like, it really, really worked. And here's how people can do things the wrong way. Number one, they can have a killer video, spend $1 million on it, and they could record the music on a 4-track cassette player, and it'll sound terrible. So the whole product is no good. You can take that the other way around. Spend $1 million in the studio, have a great audio product, and then you shoot a video with a flip phone. It might be neat for cinematics, but it kind of sucks too. It's like watching your favorite movie. The reason why movies are so good is because the soundtrack is given as much consideration as the script and the storyline and the production. So I think you nailed it with both. So kudos on that.
Thank you. I mean, I knew since the beginning that we did this with a couple of friends that we wanted to do this, and I had no idea exactly how to make a video, honestly. And but intentionally, we did this in a way that I knew since the beginning, when if you do something for the first time, you cannot be 100% perfect. I mean, you have no experience about this, and I accept that. But on the other side, I said, hey, if I do this video, I try to come up with good ideas, and these good friends, we record the video, we shot the video in 2 days basically, and also the pictures in the same, and you can see that the quality, the final product, in my opinion is good. many people had some complaints about the way I was dressed. In this way, the first part I was dressed as a rocker, and the second part I'm dressed like, I don't know, maybe a waiter, or maybe, okay, neck and tie. I mean, jacket and tie. So, I mean, no problem. But that was just a funny thing to do. And of course, you can come up with good ideas and you can do better products. But you need to, maybe you can make some mistakes. You can improve, learning from your mistakes. You know, you stumble, you fall, and then you wake up again and you try to do your best.
That's the best discovery every time is making mistakes. That's how you learn.
Yes, of course. And I can tell you that I received a lot of criticism, but I know that the criticism is good. It gives you this opportunity to do something even better and improve yourself. But I'm not a professional. I realize just I can do things better, learning from my mistakes. But on the other hand, I can learn from people who have more experience than I have. So
yep, and we're always, as musicians and artists in our own way, whether you're a poet or you're a guitar player or you're a lyricist or whatever, painter, artist, whatever, we're always criticizing our own work, and it all comes down to we're never happy with 100% happy with what we've done. And I do this all the time, even when I'm doing the videos on here where I'm doing a product demo or something like that. I spend hours and hours and hours, and our friend Liquid Charlie would tell you the same thing too. He spends hours and hours and hours on a video, and by the time the video is done, you almost hate it because it's been so much work that you don't even care anymore. And then you look back and think, well, you know what? No, that was good. And you just have to take pride in it, and you're going to get some constructive criticism. And it takes thick skin sometimes when you ask for constructive criticism to take it. But there's a fine line too between constructive criticism and then there's sometimes you get hate. And you know what? The way I look at hate anymore these days is it's if someone's watching your video and they hate it, well, they watched it. So thank you for watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of a process, okay? And honestly, in a world that a lot of people are living their lives through selfies and they want to appear in a way they are not. I appear the way I am. Okay?
Very nice. Very nice.
No, sorry. I'm sorry about that. I know I have limits. I know I have some limits. I mean, I'm not aesthetically. I don't fit exactly into the. Think about Brad Pitt's style that I cannot be.
Who cares?
I'm not an
Who
actor.
Cares?
Okay.
Who cares?
Okay. But this is the good thing. I mean, you try to appear the way I am. I'm not a fake. You can see the way I am. I mean, my people, my friends, students, or whatever, who are there connected, they know the way I am. And I don't have to demonstrate anything. The idea is just to put something on the record so that we can share something, throw a positive message. Of course, you can do it better. But if you don't do it, hey, I think there's a difference. I mean, ask me, many times some people can come up and say, hey, the video was good, but, the video was good, but the music, the words, you should have done this, you should have, say, hey, and what about you? What did you do?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So what? Okay, yep. So, I mean, thanks for the criticism, but,
Yep. You're entitled to your opinion. Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, and it may be good, it may be bad, and that's your opinion. But this is how I did it, and I did this reason, So, opinion noted.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I'm going to jump over to the chat real quick because there's one question that's directly for you. One of our fans, Sinner, what we were just talking about, he would really like to get a physical copy of your CD. So people are mentioning that your music is available on iTunes, and I'm kind of like that too. Certain music I will buy on iTunes that I don't really care about having the CD, but some of my favorite bands like Van Halen, I'll buy the physical CD, then I'll rip it to my iPod and put it in my iTunes, whatever, but I like to have the physical CD. So he wants to get a physical CD. How can he, or anyone for that matter, buy a physical CD from you?
Well, if they can send me the, if they don't download it from iTunes or they can spot it from Spotify for free, unless they can send me an address and they can send them a copy. What can I do?
Well, what I think you should do is maybe set up like a PayPal or something, because I know in your heart you probably want to send out 1 million CDs to people. I mean, you would do that. Yes. I know that, but it's going to cost you some money. It's your time and everything like that. Maybe what we'll do is I'll post later on. We'll discuss this off the air, and maybe we'll set up you can set up a PayPal or something, and I'll mention how people can get in touch with you and just send a couple bucks, whatever it is you need to get for that CD, and then you'll collect their addresses and fire them off that way, one at a time for people.
Yes, I appreciate that. Honestly, I knew since the beginning that when we did this, I many people, I mean, if you like the music, the discography industry, I mean, nobody seems to buy physical CDs anymore.
I know, it's sad.
They download it. Okay, maybe they can download from iTunes. Even they download it from YouTube. Who cares? I mean, you have to pay the money for do this. And honestly, in the beginning, if you ask me how many CDs I have downloaded in my life, I never download anything. I mean, if you ask me how many Van Halen records I have, I always buy them. I buy the physical CD. Don't ask me to use an iPad or iTunes. I mean, I have no idea how to use the stuff. But technology is moving forward. So that's why I printed a few copies. And just to give us, I can sell these copies, but for a very cheap price. But you don't sell copies to friends. I mean, you just give them as a gift. And maybe, I mean, in the future, I mean, if these people are interested, I mean, I would be very honored to send them a copy. I mean, why not? I understand that.
Sure.
But you agree on the fact that basically the music industry is going digital.
It is.
And
here in Canada, we just lost another chain. We lost, I think it was HMV, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, HMV was huge. Do you ever remember Sam the Record Man? Do you remember that name?
Yes. I heard about that.
Yeah, it's sad. It's very, very sad. There's no physical music stores anymore, record stores. And here in Canada, North America, we have Walmart. I'm not sure if you have Walmart over there, but like your like your Targets and your Walmarts and things like that. That's the only place you can buy physical CDs anymore. And that's not the experience. The experience before was going to the store and fumbling through the even vinyl back in the day, or cassettes or CDs, and we just don't have that anymore. That's how a lot of guys, guys and girls they go there with their friends and they would be rifling through CDs and that, and they'd have a conversation. Oh, did you hear about the new Deep Purple album? Oh, it's great. What about Van Halen? Oh, they got the new Van Halen. Check it out. The conversations aren't there anymore. Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, this is where the market is going. And I also, talking with people, I said, hey, if I have to give a present, I have to buy something for a friend. I feel believe that.
I lost Attilio there. Hopefully we'll get him back. Hopefully he's still there. We lost Attilio. Hopefully he comes back in. Attilio is still on the call. What I'll do is, as I'm waiting for him to come back, he's just frozen here. I'm going to try to go over some of the chat questions. So I'm just going to say hi to everybody that's in the chat. We've got Gabri Dinani, Black Wolfgang 70. Okay, so we lost him. I'm going to call him back. Let's do that for a second here. Bear with me for a moment. Here we go. And let's call him back. Hang in there, folks. Show wouldn't be a show without minor technical difficulties, would it? So we'll get him. Here we go. I'm calling him. Okay. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so we've got Gabri Dinani in the chats. Black Wolfgang 70, Sinner. Gianluca Ferrari, Cutter Savage. Sinner is saying it was amazing to meet people through the show. Who would think I would be friends on Facebook with Gary Hoey and Scotty Hill? There you go. Okay, so we're going to wait for Attilio to call back. Marco Zavaglio, Poison Ivy, obviously welcome everyone. Gabri Dinani, Cutter Savage, Max Raider saying good morning, Eric. Cutter Savage is also saying, I agree on Maple. Switched from Rosewood a few years back and it sounds more open to me. Seventh Oasis, hey from Kitchener, Ontario, fellow Canadian. Nice to have you. Let me see here. Sinner is also, he likes Ebony himself. Trying to see if there's anyone else I haven't recognized yet. Adam's joining us. Good morning, everyone, he says. Zachary Suter's joining us, one of our local fellows. Hello, Zachary. Seventh Oasis, we've mentioned. Sarah Gazoldi. Here we go. And there he comes. We got him. All right. We got you. We lost your connection.
What happened? Sorry, maybe the line went down. I don't know.
It's all happened. Good. It's all good. I'm just going quickly over the chat for a moment. Almost done. So some of these people will be obviously your friends, just judging by some of the names. Sarah Gazoldi. Yes. Frank C is one of our regulars as well. And Gabri Dinani says, Attilio, let's play something for us, please.
Yes. I have a lot of... I can realize that there are so many friends here.
Yeah, actually, one of your friends, Gabri, says 2279 followers for your video on YouTube. That's phenomenal. Congratulations, man. That's great. Sean Zimmerman's joining us, and Sean was sick recently. He's been having a hard time, so I'm sure both of us are wishing you our best from Italy and from Canada. Get well, Sean. Cosmo Van Halen Italia. Good morning, afternoon to all from Italy. Hello, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks. I mean, this guy is probably he's connected with is the follower, the leader of the Van Halen Italian community. So basically, thanks for joining us. I mean,
for sure.
I just forward, so I appreciate that. So it's good. I mean, as I told you, we are trying to expand this community. So as much as we can, talking about the EVH stuff and discussions. And as I told you last time, we, from the Italian perspective now, thanks to the internet, we can be connected and we get basically information in real time. So basically this is very interesting because years ago, as I told you, we are friends. Probably we didn't realize that we were friends, but we began the community with Van Halen trading community since almost 20 years ago. So if you remember, trading the websites and trying to trade with the copies of the CDs and the old live recordings, the bootlegs from Van Halen, this and that. You send 2 blanks and then you receive the 1
2 for
copy.
1. Yep, I remember those days. I was a big part of that.
1. So and it was interesting. And but now with the internet, we have a chance to share and know the information. So again, thank you for your information that you provide a huge, a tremendous, literally report from NAMM 2017. That was incredibly amazing because we had this opportunity to go through the whole brand new Van Halen guitar brands and colors and ideas. So, I mean, unfortunately, I think Eddie didn't show up, right?
No, he didn't
show up.
And the reason why, and it's not that Eddie doesn't want to be there. I think Eddie would like to be there a lot of the time. It's just he's such a high profile figure, and it would be a security nightmare for him. And he just could not be personal with the fans. They're going to be mobbing him, in other words. So as much as it's a drag to not see him there, there's a reason for it. Not that he doesn't want to be there, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it's good. I mean, the only thing we can say is just that, through the company he created now, I think that the EVH Gear stuff and production, they're doing really incredibly amazing guitars. I mean,
I agree.
There are for many different kinds of ideas. If you like the special, if you like the standards. I mean, I know that there are so many top quality guitars, and the prices I think are affordable.
That's right.
In my opinion, as I said, there are many different brands. So if you want to spend something more, you can buy the American made, you can buy the custom made, or you can spend something less, but you can get a very good instrument. Like think about the specials, for example. I think you have many of them, and now that they're coming out in good colors, also the 5150 color, old school look like Kramer stuff. That's another good example of how Eddie literally influenced the way, not just of playing the guitar, but also painting with the stripes.
That's right. His personality. Yep. I guarantee on that. And what's really cool is the fact that there's more to come. There's a lot more to come. And next year there'll be more. The year after that, there's going to be more. So it's an evolution. Like the brand is going to continue to evolve. And the nice thing about it, here's the nice thing I do like about the EVH Gear brand. Number one, they go down to a certain level of affordability, and then they don't go any below that. And I don't think they're ever going to change that way. What I mean by that is people are saying, do you think they would make an EVH solid state little practice amp, for $200 or things like that? I can't see that ever happening because once you start getting into that market, then you're only selling to be affordable and be to the masses. The standard guitars are very affordable. You can buy the lunch boxes, very affordable. So you can get into a real tube amplifier at an affordable price. Now, of course, you still need a cabinet, 112, 212, 412, whatever you want. But they do cater to all ranges. Now, some people may say, but the USAs and the customs and things like that are extremely expensive. Yes, but no, not necessarily expensive. What you're getting there is you're getting a product engineered by Eddie's mind, right? The quality is top notch. It'll rival any other guitar out there. And you're getting licensed products. You're getting some stripes. You're getting all that stuff that years ago you would never in a million years think would be a possibility to have a licensed product like that. Yes,
I understand. And we know that maybe from this from the Italian side, I mean, everything about Van Halen, from my experience, I mean, I cannot say that I've never seen any Van Halen guitar over the years, but I can tell you that since, for example, the 90s, thinking about the Ernie Ball Music Man guitar, the first basically branded model, it was very, very expensive, and it wasn't easy to find. And then with a Peavey, I had the same problem. Not the same problem, but it wasn't very easy to find that guitar because first one was very expensive, and also here we have a lot of competitions from different guitar players, but also for the affordability. I mean, if you want to buy, let's say, a $2,500 guitar or three grand guitar, nobody can afford it. It's not easy to get.
Yeah.
And that's funny because, as I told you, I was looking for my first Peavey guitar. If you remember, if you have basically, it's exactly like yours. Mm-hmm. This is exactly the one I use in the video, and you'll see also that I also put this in the pictures and floating around up in the air.
Yes, I love that.
Yes, it was a little bit scary to say, okay, I can keep this, I can get it, because if it falls, I mean, it's gonna have a problem, okay?
Yeah.
But as I told you, in the 17 years ago, just to give an example, I was looking for that guitar and I couldn't find it. I was looking for this guitar, but I couldn't find it. So I found in a way that, how can I get in touch with some Peavey stores? Just give an example. And I decided to write, as I told you, to write to Mr. Peavey in person.
Yeah, it's a good story.
I wrote a letter. It took me about, 3-4 hours. I put down on a piece of paper. There were no emails at the time, so going back to before 2000, I think. So the internet was spreading, was going wide, but not exactly the way it is now. So I put on a piece of paper and I wrote a letter saying, "Dear Mr. Peavey, can you tell me why I cannot get, where can I find the..." And I received an email, not an email, but I received a real mail from the man himself. And it's funny because the answer that I received was very kind. He said, "Look, the problem is that we have some problems with imports because there's something, I don't know why, but..." And he said, "Don't worry, we'll find a way to get to you in a way or another." And I received, okay, can I show you? This is just...
yeah, go ahead, please.
And this is what Hartley Peavey in person wrote me. He sent me just an autograph by himself, okay, saying, "Keep on rocking." And that was very kind of him. And when I say this, and maybe, I don't want to be misunderstood, but the Wolfgang, I think the first model, I think it was a very good guitar. I mean, and also guitar.
I agree. It's one of my best playing ones still to this day. One of them.
Yes, and I know going back to this is about 20 years ago, okay, 1997. So when it came out with Guitar One, I went through this information and what's the difference between the Music Man, what's about this, what about that. Actually, as a matter of fact, it was a very, very good guitar. This one, the new one, I think it's an evolution. Mm-hmm. And I think that the style and steel frets, I think that it's something that I had no idea in the beginning, but the neck, it seems to be even more easy to play. Maybe I'm wrong, but let me tell you, it's an incredible neck and incredible instrument. So
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quickly grab mine too, because mine is not near in the condition that yours is in. I'm going to grab it real quick. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to show everyone that hasn't seen it. 1 sec.
All right.
I just had to unplug my headphones for a second. I'll switch it back to my camera here. All right, so I'll go. Right. So here, this is the same years as yours, pretty much.
Here it is. Yeah. Yes.
So this one is beat to living heck. Doesn't look too bad in the back. Some belt buckle rash, all that kind of stuff. But here's the front. This was very customized at one point. So I put the chrome pickup rings on here, and they're just for decoration. They don't actually hold the pickup. They're still physically mounted to the body. And all these are different chrome kind of effects I put on here as well. And at one time, my band, it was called Finding Core. So I had humongous, huge FC for Finding Core, and it would glow in the dark. It was very, very cool. And it was kind of like what Joe Satriani does with, see, I tried. Yeah, there you go. Did with Chicken Foot, the big Chicken Foot logo on here. So it was kind of that same idea. And then our drummer at the time had the matching decoration on his drums. And then we also had a big, huge, gigantic backdrop, probably bigger than that one back there, that glue in the dark too. So it was glowed in the dark. So but very closely, I'll see if I can show you. Like it's dinged up. It's been through the war.
Wow!
But look at the bird's eye on this. I'm going to go full screen here for a second too, so people can appreciate it. Oops, I got it on yours. One moment. So look at this.
Absolutely.
Try to show that. Look at the bird's eye.
Oh yeah. Well, it's incredibly.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's even the front, it looks much darker in person. What you're seeing right here, like it doesn't even look like maple anymore. It's so dark. It's almost. See that, and that is a combination of sweat, mostly sweat, but I've also a lot of things I do here too is I put lemon oil on the necks.
Okay.
I argue this with people all the time. I've been using lemon oil on my unfinished necks for years, and I absolutely love them. I don't saturate them. When I change my strings, usually the way I change my strings is just an unorthodox way for me, but that's the way I do it. I always leave the low E and high E on. I'll take off the remaining 4 in the middle just to keep tension on the Floyd. And then I'll apply some drips of lemon oil, just drips on a few different frets. I'll let it soak in a bit. I'll buff it with a cloth, and then I take another clean cloth and then buff it off. And it really, it's been wonders for the guitar.
Yes, but it looks like brand new. I mean, the neck is, like as it came out today. I mean, it's clean.
It's got some fret damage. It fell over one time on its face in the studio, and I've got a couple frets that got some dings in it. But you know what? It doesn't inhibit my playing. It doesn't buzz. So I figured it's not completely broken, my book. Why fix what's not broke?
Well, honestly, I can tell you. I mean, I should have to refret my because it's honestly it's the frets are not in perfect condition. But as you said, the same thing. I'm still in the. It doesn't affect my playing anyway. Until the guitar, and also let me tell you. In about 20 years, this guitar never had any troubles.
Good.
We have a tremolo of a Floyd, never trouble, never, ever. The switch, anything. So it was really, I think it is an awesome instrument. And no matter what, even the good one, the new one here, I really like the fact that the Floyd Rose, doesn't float going up, but it goes down.
Yes.
That was, in my opinion, a good improvement to the guitar because honestly, unless you like, pulling it off, I don't like the way to go up. But
if you do that, you can always get a guitar. You can always have one guitar that pulls back. I had that with a PRS for a while. So if you like to do, and actually still have it with a Yamaha, which I've given to my son, it has a floating trem, and it takes a real temperament to play a floating trem because if you're resting your hand on the bridge, you can get that whoops, and you're bending a little sharp, and you got to be careful with that.
I had some troubles because a friend of mine, at that time I wasn't, before buying this one, because I was very lucky to find the first Wolfie. Mm-hmm. A friend, I was having a Steve Vai, a Gem, a 555 model, and it was a tremendous guitar, but the floating tremolo was going up and down. And as soon as I bought this one, a friend of mine grabbed it and said, "Hey, let me try this guitar." The first thing he did was to take the tremolo and pull it all the way up. Say, look, it doesn't go up. It's based on the basement of the guitar, so you cannot use it going up. Oh, what kind of guitar is that? Well, it stays always in tune. I never had any troubles.
Yep.
So I don't understand why. And really, I never had any troubles in tune. So also with a detuner, as far as you can use it up and down, maybe some songs you have to go down to, from D to E. No problems. There are no problems in affecting the tone in any case. So also the pickups, the binding, everything was in a tremendous condition. So I think it was a good instrument in my opinion.
Yeah, I ordered mine. I ordered actually the purple one because they came out. I ordered the purple one, and the black one was the first one to come in. And the one I got was actually one of the first ones to come into Canada. So they said, "Oh, the black one's here," and I went to play it, and I was hoping I wouldn't like it because I wanted to wait for the purple, and fell in love with the black one, and I brought it home. And I remember my band was doing a gig that very weekend, so I was so proud, like a little kid, with a new toy. It was just, I'll never forget that day.
Yes, I totally agree with you. I understand that when it's about talking about guitars, guitars is it's a personal instrument. But if you'd like, just to give an example, okay, if you take a Stratocaster, okay, it's an awesome guitar. Nobody can complain about that. Mm-hmm. But if you ask me why I don't like it, it's not because the sound, the quality. I don't know, the way of the pickups, the way the sound I take it from the pickups. It's completely different. I would never change my guitar for anything else. I mean, it's not offensive, to any other companies, but it's the way you feel the neck, the way you feel in the playing. It's something that it belongs to you. Maybe it's because I played the same guitar for 20 years. Now, I'll give you an example. Moving from the old one to the new one, it's exactly, I felt immediately comfortable. I didn't have to make any adjustments, anything. Maybe because the setup was, when I bought it, it was perfect. Maybe because the setup was completely 100% right. So I didn't have to do any tweaks or of any kind. So as a matter of fact, this new one, I think it has an incredible feel, neck, and also playability that I don't think it cannot be compared to anything else. Of course, when it's about talking about the sound, I understand that many people say, I agree, I prefer a Les Paul, we can discuss that.
Oh, I think I lost him again. Oh, are you still there? We lost you there just momentarily.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm here.
So, repeat the last part. So you tell Les Paul or whatever. Go ahead.
Yes, when it's about the Les Paul, we can say that the Wolfgang, it's a sort of, a kind of Les Paul. It resembles it a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe, but hey, the sound I can get from this guitar, I tried Les Pauls. It's good. It's amazing. But I still prefer to play that kind of guitar. It's very personal. And even the neck, the playability of the neck, maybe it's the same length scale, I think.
Yeah.
Length scale, I think it's about a Gibson. But the way you feel in the neck, it's the way you can grab it, it's much more easy to play. Maybe because I have small hands. Maybe.
You never know. I know myself too. Like the one I'm holding now, this is one you see me play a lot. This is one of the cheapest lines. This is the Indonesian standard, and this one's got some serious weight to it. When I was at the NAMM booth there doing the broadcast, picked up the new USA, not the Customs, but the USA Signature series, the Stealth and the Ivory one with the kill switch. And I was like, "Whoa, that's heavy," but it's as heavy as this one. I like a heavy guitar. I don't want it to be insane heavy. Like this is probably easily 1.5 pounds or more heavier than the Stripe series guitars. And I've also I've got a lot of Futone stuff in here too on the back. You can see I got the big brass block and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I love the weight. And people, they think I'm crazy sometimes because I keep saying how good the standard plays. You put a little bit of love into these standards. And I personally like the transparent tops better. There's this one and there's the blue one. I play this guitar all the time. Now, it has been hot rodded a bit. It's got, thanks to my friend Dave Nesdal, sent me a 90s original Floyd German, so that's nice.
Oh, okay.
That adds a little bit of mass to it. And yes, but I play this thing every day, multiple times a day. If I'm on the couch, I'm on the bed, I'm in here in the studio. I can't stop playing this guitar. The neck, like you say, you can strangle these necks. They kind of remind me of the old Kramers and things like that. I just love them. I love the guitar. Yeah, and I think I lost you again. We've got a bad connection, I think, but we we're connecting around the world, so we're doing pretty good. Hopefully, we haven't lost them. Let me see here. I'm gonna go back. We'll go full screen over here. And actually, what I'm gonna do as well too, until we figure out what the connection problem is, I'm gonna go backwards here and just read a few other comments in the chat. James is in the chat. Heavier gits have better tone, in my opinion. Okay, so we lost him. I'm gonna have him call me back in a moment. Seventh Oasis, Attilio, what's your setup? And we'll ask him that when he comes back on. Luca, okay, no, I can't read Italian, so I'm going to have Attilio address that comment from Luca. Frank is also saying, thank you for the tip on the string changing technique. No problem. I'm not saying it's the best. It's just what I do. And Frank McNeil says, speaking of more to come, do you think they will ever modify or an option on the USA guitars that have jumbo frets? I know Eddie thinks they interfere with speed, but what can he do for us? It's funny that you mentioned that because the other night when we were talking about stainless steel and jumbo frets, and we had someone tear us a new butt because we were saying different speed things, whatever, and I said it doesn't really affect speed. And and the person thought we were having an unnecessary debate. It wasn't even a debate. I like them both. I like stainless steel frets, and I like the jumbo frets. It's one of those things where if it's on an EVH guitar, I don't care what it is. Just give me a signature on a guitar and let me play it. Let me see. So Incinerator said something really cool too about, and he says he has an example of EVH quality guitars. He's played ESP guitars of all levels for over 25 years, and this year he bought his Wolfgang and he hasn't touched his ESP guitar in quite some time, actually selling a bunch to get more EVH. So very, very nice. Good to know. Very good to know. And I'm going to see if I can get Attilio back. We'll probably be wrapping up soon because it seems like we do have a bit of a congestion with our contact. Oh, here he comes, and we got him. All right. We got him back. We got you back, buddy. Hey. We got a bad connection today.
Unbelievable. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
When we are live, this is what happened when you're live.
That's right. That's right. You go with the show, right? That's the nature of the beast. But I was just reading over some questions, and actually, Sinner it wasn't really questions, it was just comments. And Sinner was also saying something too. He said he has an example of EVH quality guitars. He's played ESP guitars of all levels for over 25 years, and I've seen a lot of his guitars. He's got some, from the low end to the extreme high end in ESP. And he says this year he bought his Wolfgang and hasn't touched his ESP guitars, and he's actually selling a bunch of the ESP just to get more EVH. So that's cool. That's good to see.
Yes, I mean, I understand that we try to experiment and try to put together different kind of cool sounds, and you have to be. It's very personal, the sound you can get from your guitars. I mean, if you ask me, how can we? If we are in front of the same EVH 5153 amplifier, even if we might use the same settings Ed is using, we would never been able to play like him anyways.
Nope.
Even if we were same volume, the same tone, you cannot play like that because as we know, the sound starts with your fingers. We can agree with this.
Yeah.
But also the way you go through the amplifier, okay, it's also important to get the right emphasis on the sort of sound you have in your head.
That's right.
Because if you ask me what kind of settings, I always used all the way up. I always have using the bridge pickup. I mean, even if it's reversed on these models, the toggle switch is completely reversed. But I don't need to go on different positions. I always use that. Maybe I can use a little bit on the volume to use it, but nothing more than this, honestly. And as I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional musician. But asking to professional musicians, I think they have to find their own feel, their own style. And it's just, you have to go through these trials and errors. You try to do this and try to make some adjustments. In the beginning, maybe you remember this, years and years ago, without any form of multi-moduling systems, we could use amplifiers of the first, think about the IntelliFlex from Rocktron, or
I used to love that. I had one.
Yamaha FX 500 stuff. I mean, or then the Digitech or whatever. We try to, to try to find a way to get the sounds. But in the end, if you get a good guitar and you have a good amp, of course you can color the sounds. Mm-hmm. I use, as I told you, just go straight to the amp, but you can use some phaser or some flanger or a little bit of chorus, a little bit of delay. That's it. I don't need to use anything else, honestly. And I'm not an expert, but now in technology, as you know, many people are using Line 6 FX, these simulators. But I don't know. This is my idea. I still have the idea that in order to get some fun and making music, you can use your own amplifier. Of course, if you have a good amp. I'm not saying that. I still am using an old Marshall from the 90s. It's still working. Mm-hmm. So, and it's not an old tube valve. It's just like a VS 102. So a valve state model.
Yeah, it's all state.
So yes, it's all state. So and I know it's not GMP1 stuff. It's not dual super lead stuff. I'm not talking about that. These are
whatever works for you, man. It's totally your thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when you go out and play, now this is the opportunity now with these launch boxes from the EVH. Mm-hmm. Of course you cannot. Of course, as you can see at your back, I cannot. I mean, you cannot afford to buy this big 5153, but with the launch box, with a 50-watt head, you can go through this
Oh yeah,
an incredible. Yeah. He does an incredible sound. So
yeah, I love it. Speaking of what, did you see the video yesterday with George Lopez and Eddie Van Halen playing the Lunchbox?
Yeah,
wasn't that cool?
That was yes. I mean, I wish they could do something like that even more, a little bit often, so that we can appreciate the fact that maybe I think George is a lucky guy. I think he's a very lucky guy because
good friend like Eddie Van Halen.
Yes, to play and have fun with Eddie. I mean, that was very, very fun.
That was. I bet we'll probably see stuff like that once a month. I think with those guys.
Yes, and maybe I saw a picture when they were playing golf. I think. At the beginning of the year, and years ago when there was a video. I don't know if you remember, but during his show, he was playing his guitar. It was 2007 or 2008. Okay. I don't remember exactly. And every time we see Eddie, we always thinking about to have some good expectations and see from.
Oh, we're losing them again. We got to get you some faster internet. I think we lost him one more time. We're probably going to have to wrap up. We're looking at about 12:20 here right now too. I'm not sure what the congestion is. I don't think it's on my end. I've got a good connection here right now. I think we've lost Attilio again. We'll give him one more second here just in case. If not, we'll touch base. We'll have him back on another show as well. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned in. We've got 22 people watching right now. Yeah, we did lose them. 21 thumbs up, so that's phenomenal. Thank you so much, and thank you for your patience with the internet connection. It's one of the natures of a live show. Fortunately, I'm learning to adapt a little bit. Back when I first started this show, if something like this would have happened, I would have went, oh no, it would have been like Scanner's moment. I probably would have hung up the connection and ended the show right there. But it's the nature of the internet, and I'm very happy to have some new Italian fans watching the show, and I think we might possibly have some more regular followers because of that. So thank you very much to Attilio for doing that. I'm going to post his video again, the Freddie song, on the EVH Gear Discussion Facebook page, facebook.com/EVH Gear Discussion, and that way you can get a chance to look at that. And I'll see if I can even post the English translation of the lyrics as a note or something, a side note on it as well, because I think you're really going to like it. He's also going to give us an update on how people can purchase his physical CD. It is in iTunes if people want to download that as well too. Just look for Freddie, and I'll try to post some iTunes links to that as well. Lastly, speaking of iTunes, we do have our podcast. You might have seen at the beginning intro of the commercial for iTunes. We have a podcast available, EVH Gear Discussion Podcast on iTunes. Just look up EVH Gear Discussion. If faster way to get there as well, go to our website. All right, we have him. Here he comes. We'll try one more time here. Okay, we got you back. Yeah, we have a bad connection, I think, by the looks of it. No problem.
I think
it's all good.
It's time to go, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up. I just kind of addressed everything. I kind of mentioned that we're gonna try to arrange to get a way for you to get some physical CDs to people, do some PayPals and things like that. We'll post it on our Facebook. You can share some information with me on that. And just I told him to find you on iTunes as well and to get your music that way. And I thanked your friends for tuning in. We might possibly have some new fans from Italy now, and I'm very, very thankful and grateful for that. So thank you very much. Maybe I'll just say this: is there anything as we wrap up? Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the people watching?
Yes. I mean, of course, thanks for all the people involved into this, and we'll find a way to. By the way, thanks again for having me. And as I told you, we will try to spread the word and find a way to get connected with the Van Halen community and the EVH Gear Discussion. And you will have some more good friends from Italy very soon. So
I think so. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, yes. So thanks again for having me. And we'll find a way to be in touch. And I will send you a copy of the CD, okay? Don't worry. You will receive it on your mailbox as soon as possible.
I can't wait. That's great. And thank you so much for mentioning me in the credits. That's very, very cool. It's
Absolutely.
Very kind of you.
It was my pleasure. And also thanks again to you and all the EVH Gear Factory staff and friends, and also Mark. I never had the pleasure to meet him. But you're doing a good job, guys. And this is a good way to share music. And this is good. This is good. This is one of the best thing we can do.
I'm thankful for meeting you. I'm thankful for the friendship that we have, and you know what it all comes down to. I'm very thankful to Eddie Van Halen for countless reasons. Number one, for inspiring me to play guitar. But even take that out, even if I didn't play guitar, I'm thankful because of Eddie Van Halen, because of the people that person that's in this chat right now, and every viewer that's watching right now. I would not know these people had it not be for Eddie Van Halen. So thank you, Eddie Van Halen, for the worldwide friendship of all of us. So that's awesome. I think that's the best way to go out.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
It's true.
No problem. So don't go away. Don't hang up. I'm going to go over to our outro credits here, and we'll say goodbye to everyone. So thank you, everyone, very, very much for tuning in. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, wherever you are in the world. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back next week with several shows. Just go to our Facebook page or our website, EVH Gear Discussion, and click on events or schedule up at the top, and it'll give you a list of everyone that's coming up. And I'm going to mute some audio here, and we're going to tune over to the outro credits. We'll talk to you real soon. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and we'll see you soon. Here we go. We can turn it over to the little man. What is your name, and what are you playing?
My name is Eric, and I'm playing Wolfgang guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs.